and welcome back to Motiva Online Women's World.
World.
Okay, it's international.
Future. And welcome back to Motiva Online Women's Chess Tournaments. I am Grandmaster Dina Belenkaya, and here with me, my amazing co-host, world champion, Grandmaster Anna Muzychuk. And we are here back with round 11 soon to be, which will start in exactly 1 minute. We've got round 11, 12, and 13 to go before we will find out the name of the winner of the event. And so far, we've got Anastasia Bodnar, who is leading the whole thing. Wow, what an amazing result of her, Anna.
Yeah, 9 points out of 10 games. We have also seen that she was lucky in a couple of games, but well, in order to be lucky, you have to try your best, you have to fight and search for it. So yeah, Anastasia is doing really well in this tournament so far. Let's see if she will manage to keep her lead and win the event.
Yeah, and the games are starting right now. They have already started as far as I can see. Let me see how it is going. Round 11. Anna, what game are we following?
Let me refresh it once again.
Anastasia
maybe
with... Yeah?
Maybe let's start with the top board. Let's see Anastasia's game. And it's always interesting to follow the leaders.
Absolutely. Look who she's playing. She's playing Natalia Buksa from Ukraine.
Yeah. Now I see.
Your colleague from Olympic team of Ukraine.
We even live in the same city. So.
Wow. That's so cool. Yeah, okay. Short Castle. This reminds me of what I usually play. I mean, it definitely played it many times with white, and it is this kind of Rossolimo, isn't it?
Yeah, it was Rossolimo with bishop d7. The sides have traded their light squared bishops, and this is a very typical plan for white. Knight e1 with the idea of f3. Then the knight from e1 goes to d3, while the knight on g5 wouldn't feel so comfortable. Moreover, the threat is now, before f5, the threat was f3, knight g5, h4, trapping the knight. After f5, the knight gets the square on f7, so the knight can go to g5 and then to f7.
To go to another square, indeed. And this is also... I would almost call it a tabia, you know, like this very well-known theoretical position. I myself played many times this against Anastasia. It even had some good scores, so it's a good position. Me personally, I would always prefer white here, but trying to be objective. Also, after the trade, looks like black is totally fine.
Yes, I think e takes f6 is the mistake, because after e takes f6, bishop f6, then white has the problem with the d4 pawn. And also look at the pieces. The pieces are not active anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just a very good version of French for black. Knight d6, the knight comes to f5. I don't like white's position at all.
Yeah.
Also, black has some ideas of pushing e5. Maybe rook e8 and e5, but I would have started with knight f5, and okay, that's what Anastasia did. And now rook e8, I think, is quite a reasonable move. Rook a to e8, because the rook on f8, I should prefer that rook. I thought that the rook on f8 was already on kind of an open file. So.
Right, and now... The only problem strategical problem that black has is the backward pawn on e6, but there's not so easy to attack it. Also, d4 pawn, which is like a better pawn, it is also a potential weakness.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And all black's pieces are very active. How white will try to attack, I have no idea. Queen d2. Was it played with the idea of rook e1 and kind of regroup the pieces this way? Rook e1, and maybe rook e2, another rook to e1, or rook e1, then rook d1.
What is also interesting is this is some kind of a, typical French now, although it started as Rosalimo.
Yes, I have mentioned it. I think it's just an improved version of French for black.
Yeah, totally. This is funny. I played many games with this kind of structures with white, and I always like had this, very naive idea of, no, I'm playing white. Everything is strategically better here. Like, I have like better pieces, more activity, e5 square, but every single time black manages to get the initiative and to take the advantage eventually.
Oh, well, if you could trade your maybe dark square bishop and control the e5 square, I would have agreed with you that your position is better. But now black is in control of everything, and I don't see how white can get to e5 square or how white can attack on e6. It looks a bit unrealistic right now.
Indeed. So far, very solid game. So far, I mean, very tense game. Very proper game for both, meaning that this is the leaders. But also, I just realized they have 1.5 points difference. That's a lot.
So that means that Anastasia, she has already played against everyone who was on 8 out of 10.
Yeah, and that also means that she might be having one of the best tiebreaker breaks. After all, if she has played against everybody.
What is the first tiebreak? Is it?
It's classicalchess.com tie breaks. Yeah, the same as in Title Tuesday, for instance, and
then it's Buchholz, yeah.
Yeah, and other ones.
So with this tiebreak, it's better that you play on a higher boards, because then you're playing versus the players who have more points, and all of them are kind of collected in the end if you share the place with some other
That makes sense. Also, one of our viewers was asking in the break, I'm trying to distract you, Anna. Do you enjoy more commentating with Vishy, Anand, or with Dina?
I will leave it for our audience to judge when I am more happy now or when I commentated with Vishy.
Okay. Well, it's difficult to judge by Anna because she's always happy and
I'm always happy to commentate.
Yeah, and smiling. We got e4 here and f4 attacking, pushing, and seems like now black is taking over a little bit.
Now it's getting unclear. The rook on c7 is very dangerous. Anastasia decided to sacrifice an exchange and go for some activity with e3. Then queen e4 is her idea, or knight e4. Maybe queen f3 is the move here. Natalia decided to take on d6. And queen c2. Oh, that's nasty. Queen c2 with the idea of queen h7.
Ooh. Look at the bar. It was totally winning for white. Okay.
I didn't see the bar, so easier for me. I can only watch the game.
Yeah,
I thought maybe there was a rook e7 and then queen g6.
Yeah, but never mind. Let us continue to follow the action.
So queen f5. Okay, now I think black had to try that.
A very good example of when the exchange can be not that important. I mean, can be also stronger, way stronger, being exchanged down for Petrosian style of positions.
Now white has to be careful with these 3 tricks.
Okay, I see your point. Yeah, king d3 and e2 and pushing.
Yeah, on the other hand, rook f2 is coming. I think I'd prefer black's position here.
Okay.
a4.
And then pushing e2, rook b4.
Or 4.
And the queen. Yeah, it should be over. I like how black king is staying at a3 as if he was the one who was being attacked.
Yeah, like a shelter on a3.
Exactly. And there we go. Yeah, one more point for Anastasia Bodnaruk, who is taking the lead. Wow, so wildly. 10 out of 11 and 1 point difference ahead everybody. We got more games. Let's see. Tikushka. Lilit Makarchan from Armenia is playing versus Olga Gira. What do we have here?
Knight endgame. Oh, this is another endgame which can break the record of the previous longest game.
Hopefully.
It was 126, right?
Yeah, it was 126. Hopefully it will break the record. We're looking forward to this one.
Yeah, here I have 80. No, that's very disappointing.
I think it was not like accidental. Not intentional, accidental 3 times repetition. Yeah, that game finished in draw. Let's see if we have some others. Zefirka. Zefirka is playing.
Zefirka against Pratyusha. Oh, what an endgame.
Yeah, Zefirka is Algebabi from Ukraine, one Grandmaster.
And this endgame, well, theoretically it should be a draw, but practically when the king is in the corner, it's not so clear.
Computer is showing completely winning. Oh, and King G6 next. Wow. Yes, King G6 now. Beautiful. Wow. Anna's looking for stalemate.
Yes.
I see Anna's look. She's looking like a wolf, like a tiger for a stalemate.
Like the person who is searching for the stalemate.
Yes. No, there is no. Wow. Well done, Zefirka. She found the plan. Congratulations. We got round 12. Anna.
Penultimate one, yes?
Yeah, 2 more rounds. We got 2 more rounds.
And what do you have on the standings? We have Anastasia Bodnaruk with 10 out of 11, just a wonderful tournament and amazing performance for Anastasia, followed by 2 players with 9 out of 11. So these 2 players are Valentina Gudina and Bibsara Sobayeva.
Indeed. And which game would we follow now? We have leaders. I feel like we should give a shout out to players who we haven't seen much.
Let's check Mary Arabidze, maybe, because
Mary is playing the board 3, and she is from Georgia. Very strong player, also online player, and she's facing Kulkarni Bhakti from India. And we've got King's Indian. Indian reversed. How we say King's Indian attack? I think this is the right word. King's Indian attack.
Yeah, true. E4, then Queen E2. Sometimes white pushes E5 in these structures, but sometimes just some plans with F4, like what Mary is doing. Knight E1. I think she wants F4, then bring the knight back to F3. And then maybe F5, maybe G4. While black is trying to get some counterplay on the queen side. So far everything is quite logical. But the bishop on H7 is very well placed for this attack, because usually, like if it's French, the bishop is on C8. There is exactly the same okay, not exactly the same position, but exactly the same plan versus French defense, and the bishop is on c8 there. And the bishop on c8 is very passive. Well, the bishop on h7 is already an active bishop, and it's also controlling the f5 push very well. So,
yeah, it's a great improvement indeed.
I think that this bishop is happy to be there.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's a certain improvement. It's like, Caro-Kann compared to in the French dilemma. And
also maybe before b4, maybe there was c4. It's a typical idea. I didn't have time to calculate, but it's like...
You mean for black?
Yeah, for black.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To activate that bishop even more and some bishop d3 ideas.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. All right, so we've got this c4 now. White played, and now white is taking on d5. Okay, and how will we reply here? We have e takes, knight takes, and queen takes. Well, queen, I do not believe in it. Pawn takes, right?
Why didn't you believe in the queen? I wanted to take with the queen, to be honest.
You wanted to take with the queen? I was worried about the bishop on g2 side, like knight g5, but you probably get some...
But there are some...
intermediates?
Well, there was some problem with the d3 pawn.
Yeah,
Well, never mind.
intermediates.
Black has taken with the.
We'll pass this. Yeah. Well, maybe. Okay, now I really like white's position in terms of c4 square and e4 square.
Yeah, this d4 move kind of surprised me. On one hand, the pawn on d4 is restricting the b2 bishop. On the other hand, it's weakening c4 and e4 squares. Knight d5 was another idea behind d4. So black is trying to bring the knight to c3 or e3. But still, given the c4 and e4 squares, I'm not sure it was a good idea.
Yeah. Knight c4 and
one of the ideas for white, just ignore that knight and then bring the rook to e1 from c1 to e1 and the bishop to c1. The bishop on c1 will be more active than the bishop on b2 and.
Yeah, that makes sense because this bishop, you don't want him to be staying on b2, do you?
As white has pushed a lot of trades on e5, bishop f6. Very unclear position. Okay. Black and white has its trumps and also its weaknesses. Bishop c1. Okay, she heard me. She heard
you. It's good in a way. Their players are now in another Zoom call, but normally they cannot hear Anna. Normally they cannot, but yeah, I mean spiritually heard you.
Maybe some f5 idea.
Queen f7.
I mean, she really listens
wow.
to me.
Yeah, that's good. Bishop takes c5, rook takes e5 should be also a logical continuation.
I think they are listening to us.
Wow. Well, maybe it's just we who are suggesting such great moves.
I'm not sure they are great, but we are suggesting something. Yeah, rook e6 was good. G4, I also like G4.
Yeah, continuing with G5. This is that kind of situation where you have this amazing outpost as a knight on C3, but it actually doesn't control that much. It doesn't participate in the whole fight.
Yes, true. It doesn't happen so often that when you have such an active knight, it may be kind of bad because the knight is not doing anything. Bishop C6.
Bishop c6. Wow. White is thinking, probably shocked, just as shocked as we are. And it happened. Kulkarni made a blunder and gave away the queen. For rook.
E6. Yes, but now it's totally lost.
Yeah, completely lost. Shall we move on, or we expect...
Queen f2, bishop f4, no, I think.
Let's move on. Seems like completely winning. How is Anastasia doing? Vesper, 11 seconds versus Senura. Anastasia is leading. She's on the run. She's on the run to the first place, to 1,200 United States dollars. This is what she's fighting for. D3. Oh no, she should have traded first.
Yeah, trading the rooks and then D3, no?
Yes. Oh no. Wait.
Maybe she realized she wouldn't make it in time.
Oh yeah.
And that's why she decided to push it, because the rook from h8 to h1 is quite a long move with the mouse.
Wow.
And maybe it was just because of time situation.
Wow, maybe. But look at this. Yeah, so eventually, Black lost some time. Okay, Anastasia won her game. She's
another one.
She guaranteed herself the place in the first 3.
For sure.
Or even first 2.
Yeah, for first 2, because the closest rival is Bibisara Savaiva, and she's 1 point behind.
Okay, I'm watching the game right now of Rita Novikova from Ukraine versus Salomes from Lithuania, and Black is completely winning.
Yes, indeed, queen up.
Why have we
Check.
got more?
No. Okay, when the knight is gone.
Oh, here there is a fight. Zayka Molotok is
Yulia Osmak.
Yulia Osmak, also from Ukrainian national team. She's streaming for the first time. She was supposed to be streaming from the first time. I don't know if she managed to, but that was supposed to be her first experience, and she just won her game against, I think, Matols, must be maybe Marie Kimova. I'm not sure, but my point is,
Olga Matveyeva.
oh, okay, yeah. My point is, this tournament brings so many more people, so many more players to streaming.
Yeah, that's really good, and we are thankful to those who are streaming, who are playing, because it's really very exciting and very nice to watch. So do follow the streamers, try to support them in the chat, and support your favorite players and streamers, and
just
be
everybody,
active.
and just chess, and just to support chess. Anna, we've got last round 13. And Anastasia has just offered a draw. No, Tikushka offered a draw. And they finished. The game has just finished versus Anastasia Bodnaruk and Tikushka. Finished in draw. It was Tikushka who offered a draw. And we've got Anastasia Vesper with 11.5. Winning the whole thing. And wow. That is a wow. And then we've got... so Tikushka is on 9.5 out of 13. But that's a weird ratio for the draw.
It doesn't guarantee her a place in the top 3. How many prizes do you have in the tournament?
Yeah, let me double check. But wow, this is interesting. In the meantime, I'm watching the game between Sara Asobaeva and Alina Kashlinska.
Oh, these two will fight until the very end.
Oh, yeah. We've got 4 main prizes, Anna. We've got $1,200, first prize, second prize $800, third prize €600, and fourth prize $400. 4 main prizes if you're not a streamer.
But I'm looking at her book odds and it's very low, so I doubt she will make it to the top 4. So it was quite strange for the draw to Anastasia.
Definitely, yeah. Wow. Maybe she got out of esteem.
Well, okay, let's follow the game.
Yeah, let's concentrate on the game we have.
Baby Sara and Alina.
We got here Baby Sara and Alina. I already see that Lila Karitsa is doing an amazing job because she is streaming and she's so far away fighting. But also Karina Chess is a streamer. But right now we got Sara versus Alina. What do we have here? Okay,
I think White is doing very well because the knight on h7 is out of play. Also, there is a weakness on c7. So some ideas like knight a5, knight b5. Black doesn't have counterplay anywhere. c6 break doesn't work. Okay, maybe it's kind of a chance, but even knight a5.
Knight a5, indeed.
But then if black takes on d5, we take back with the knight on d5, then taking the bishop. So it's just all black's pieces are so awkwardly placed.
Yeah, indeed. Very badly placed. And okay, finally last piece is developed, but this square on d5. Although, yeah, well, such a big advantage. No, it looks like a dream. The only thing that worries me for White is that their king is still in the center, and we know that that's no good.
Yeah, that's the only problem for White. I don't know why she took on c6. There was absolutely no need for that. She could wait until black takes on d5 and then take back. And now she played knight a5.
Yeah, that's correct. Knight a5. Now, if we've got knight takes a5, pawn takes a5.
Maybe she wants to play rook c7 now, and then if queen a4... No, she didn't want that.
Rook c7 did look nice. Now we've got rook c8.
I thought there could be a funny draw with bishop b5 sacrifice and then knight e7, 96, 97. But there is
Wow.
king f7.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. Yeah, that's so cool. Okay, a6, attacking the bishop. Now bishop has to move.
But after bishop a8, if black slowly regroups, now I'm not so sure about white's position. I would prefer to be black here. Queen d1, wow. Stopping queen g4 and queen a4. But what a dangerous move to make.
Bishop c6.
Okay, good.
Back. White is still holding the advantage, but how to
Really?
continue? How to exploit? How to get more out of this advantage?
I think from practical point of view, it's better to play with black. Because, what? Bishop f1, did you see that? Did you see this move? Queen d1 and bishop f1?
Oh, wow. Was it the idea of bishop h3 trying to squeeze? Yeah, there.
Yes, but why did she trade in the queens?
Wow. So many trades.
But I mean, queen d1 and bishop f1, I couldn't believe my eyes. Oh, finally, the knight is coming. Knight is joining the party. Knight d4, right on time. Just right on time.
Seems like black is improving completely their situation.
Yes.
There is a7 pawn though.
Knight b4, so okay, white is not worse because of we always have some bishop b7 and knight c6 idea. I believe this game will be ended in a draw. Just bishop e4 back. If white plays knight c6, then we just trade the bishop for the knight, and it's a draw. The opposite color bishops endgame.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or maybe Alina is trying to calculate d3, knight c6, bishop c3, but after d3 there is king d2, so no need to think about that.
No need to think. Yeah, correct. And wow, well, we can congratulate for now, Alina. She also has so much time. She has the whole minute on the clock. I mean, a little bit less, but she did get herself out of a very big trouble for now.
I hope she's not disconnected because she's taking too much time to make her next move.
It's written she has an excellent connection.
Yeah, I see. Okay, bishop b4.
Bishop h1. They do like putting their bishops on the corners of the whole board. This is funny. Bishop g6.
Yeah, now she has problems with the h5 pawn. It's also falling. The bishop f3 and knight c6. Yeah, that's
attacking the knight. Knight c6. Now, treating the bishops should come. And bishop a7, but oh no.
Yeah, now it's just losing, yeah.
Seems like I was like...
Maybe h5. Maybe she had to play h5 first. Not allowing king g6 and then take on d4 because this pawn wouldn't run anywhere.
Okay, we got h5 now. Yeah, it seems like Anna was, a little bit making conclusions too early about black's situation on the board. Now g6.
Knight e8, knight c6. Yeah, and black had to keep the a7 pawn.
Oh, and here we've got this amazing Lucena with the knight. Lucena bridge. Lucena bridge with a knight. No, I'm of course joking. Sarah wins her game versus Alina Kashinska. Do we already have all the leaders?
Does it mean Sarah is now on
the second place?
On the second place, yeah? 11 out of 13, just half a point behind Anastasia.
Wow, we've got still more games. Let's see, maybe they will be important for our
Yes, they will be.
This is gonna be a draw. Maka Purtsuladze is from Georgia. It just made a draw from a Hungarian player. What do we have here? Wow, this is completely winning for...
Only one game. I think this is the last game.
Yeah, this is the last game. Ladies and gentlemen, our tournament is almost over. And that means that right after this game, we will take a short break in order to prepare us and players for an interview. But this game isn't finished yet, although completely winning for white.
Yes, today we have seen quite many games which ended unexpectedly, but this one very unlikely, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Okay, checkmate on B2.
And there we go! Vesper Anastasia Bodnaruk wins the whole tournament with 11.5 out of 13 from Russia. We've got Sarah Black Panther, Baby Sarah Sobav, International Master, with 11 out of 13 from Kazakhstan, second place, and Butterfly Kulkarni Bhakti from India, International Master, 9.5 out of 13. Wow!
Though there were 5 players on night and 9.5 out of 13, just some of them were, I don't know, unlucky or let's say less lucky with the tiebreak criteria. But also, of course, Karina Bartsumova was just very close to be third, but she is fourth. And also on the fifth place we have Padmini Rood, International Master from India, and Lilith Makarchan, she finished sixth, followed by Divya Desmukh on place 7. But all these 5 players were on 9.5 out of 13, so I believe they had a good tournament and good result. Just some of them were luckier and they will get the prizes, while some of them will just enjoy some, I don't know, gaining some rating points.
Yes, definitely. We also have streamer prizes. So I suspect Karina was streaming. She always does. That means that the 4th place would probably go to Indian player Padmini, unless Padmini was also streaming. And then, but either way, we'll check on that in a couple of days, and the official results, the official standings, as well as the prizes will be announced very shortly. But as far as for now, let us take a very short break in order to prepare our winners, 3 winners who will join us for an interview. Do not go anywhere, because we will be back in a very short moment.
Stay tuned.